Hello, welcome to the lesson. My name is Lisa and I will be your tutor today. So I hope you had a wonderful weekend and let's get started. So I'm going to pull up a whiteboard and we're going to do a word problem. And this word problem is very similar to a lot of word problems that you'll encounter. And we're just going to kind of read it first, and then I'll give you a little strategy that I worked out to solve it. So, okay, so here is the problem, and I will go ahead and read it first, and then we will go into our little technique of solving it. Using the below item prices, solve this problem. If Carl buys 2 orders of French fries, 3 hamburgers, and 5 deluxe cheeseburgers, and if he has $30, how much money will he have left? Well, it looks like they give us prices, and it looks like it's a little bit of a menu. Now, will we be using all of those prices? No, correct. We're only going to pick out a few of them. And this is how they trick you. They give you extraneous items or extraneous information that you don't really need, but we're one step ahead of the game. We figured that out right away. So as we look at this problem and we see all of these items, we see their prices, we're going to come up with a little process to go ahead and solve this systematically. And you'll use this technique in a lot of word problems. So I'll go ahead and unveil it. And you see Willy Wonka keeps eating. And there's Gene Wilder. That movie I think was from like 1970, 71. And it's always nice to make up a mnemonic device that's silly or strange, because then you'll remember it. And so WWKE stands for Willy Wonka keeps eating. And the words that relate to the WWKE are: what do they want from the problem? What do they want from us? What do they want us to find? And then words that tell us the operation to use. So we have to look for words that tell us what operation to use. And this isn't an operation in a hospital. This is a mathematical operation. And so there'll be key words up here that'll give us a tip on what operation we need to be using. Sometimes there's more than one operation in a word problem. So we'll get to that. And the third one is the K part. What do we know? In other words, what were we given in the problem? A lot of times you'll hear a teacher say the word given. They'll ask you, well, what was given? And you'll look at them kind of strange and say, that's that's a strange word to be using, but that's the word that we use in math a lot. And it just means, what did they tell us? What information do we know because it was given to us? So that's the K part of Willy Wonka keeps eating. And then the last thing we do is we build the equation. The E is the eating part. So let's just start with the first one and answer that question. What is it that they want? What are they asking us? And usually what they want is towards the end. So can you just kind of sum it up, what they want us to find? Yes, the money he will have left. Very good. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight that. How much money will he have left? That's what they want us to find. So I'll just put money left, and I'll use a capital L so it doesn't look like a 1. All right. So we know what they want. So let's go to number 2. What are the words that tell us the operation to use? So let's look for some key words that'll tip us off. Well, we've got addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. So usually for addition, they usually use the word and. They could use the word sum, or the word additional, which has add in it. Let me put that over here. Additional. So those all kind of mean add. And for subtraction, and I'll just write it up here, subtraction could be like take away, take, deduct, that's a fancy word, or removed, that would mean subtract. So let's find some key words in this problem that'll give us a hint on what operation we should use. So let's look at this sentence. If Carl buys 2 orders of fries, comma, 3 hamburgers, comma, and 5 deluxe cheeseburgers. Is there a key word in that part of that sentence that would tip us off on what operation to use? Yes, there is. We have the word and. Very good. Here's our word and. And we also have commas. So a comma is just, well, in this case, it's shorthand for the word and. 2 orders of French fries and 3 hamburgers. So I would say the words that tell us what operation to use are the word and the comma, both. And what do those words mean? Yes, they mean to add. Very good. So we kind of know we have to do some adding here, but are there any other words in this problem that can tip us off on what operation to use? If we read the last sentence, usually the last sentence where they, ask what they want you to find, usually in that sentence you do get a kind of a tip off on an operation that you might have to use. Yes, the word left. The word left means you must have subtracted something because you have some money left over. Yes, so you must have did some subtraction. Good job. So this looks like a problem that has addition and subtraction in it. So it's kind of a two-step problem. But that's okay. We can do it. So let's move on. What do we know? So that's the K part of Willy Wonka keeps eating. What do we know? So they gave us some information, and remember, they gave us extraneous information that we don't even have to bother writing down. But what do we know that's important for this problem? So, yes, what did he start with? Well, he started with $30. So we know he started with $30. And we know he bought a bunch of food. And do we know the number of each food item that he bought, the amount? Yes, they said that he bought 2 orders. Oops. He bought 2 French fries, 3 hamburgers, and 5 cheeseburgers. So we know the number of each, let's see, there we go, of each item. Do we know anything else about each item? Because remember, they want to know how much money he has left. So just knowing the number of each item doesn't help us if they want money. That's what they want, is money. Yes, they did tell us the price of each item. So they told us the price of each item. So there you go. We know a lot, so we have a lot to work with. So now let's go ahead to number 4 here and build our equation. If he started with $30 and then he spent a lot of money, would spent be addition or subtraction? Yes, it would be subtraction. Spent would be subtraction. So if he spent money on these items, we would subtract these items from the $30. But we don't know how much he spent. That's what we have to figure out. And is that going to be our addition, or is it going to be our subtraction? Yes, we're going to add up all of these items, but we have to use one more operation while adding up all those items. And we'll see what that operation is when we get deep into it. We don't have to write all the operations down because this is a process. So let's figure out what we have to subtract from $30. So I'm just going to go ahead and start going through the items to see if we can figure out what he spent for each item. So I'll read this sentence here, the second one. If Carl buys 2 orders of French fries, okay, so I'm going to come over here and I'm going to draw French fries, 2 of them. There's French fries. And here's one order of French fry. Here's another order of French fry. And they said that each of those French fries, each of those orders was how much money? Yes, $1. So I'm going to go ahead and I meant to change my color. So each French fry was $1. Okay, so we want to go ahead and put $1 in each of these, because that's what each order is worth. So we have to give some value to the French fries so we know what to subtract. So what is the total here? Well, we have 1 French fry, but we have it 2 times. There's 2 of them. 1 French fries, 2 times. But we don't leave it like that. We have to keep going with it to make it look like a mathematical expression. So we have 1 French fry 2 times. Well, 1 French fry is worth $1. So we have $1 2 times. So we don't leave it like that with the comma because this isn't mathematically correct. It just looks funny. It looks like this is a 2x when you get into algebra. So in our head, in our minds, we say to ourselves, well, it's $1 2 times. That makes sense to us, but we write it $1 2 times, like that. And so $1 2 times is, right, $2. Very good. So I'm going to take that $2 and I'm going to write it up here. And that stands for the French fries. Now it doesn't stand for just 1 French fry. It stands for all the French fries he bought, which was 2 orders. So we put a little S up there just so that it's clear for us as we go through the problem, because you might lose your place and it's good to label everything. So let's go to the next item. So he bought the 2 French fries, 3 hamburgers. So I'm going to draw the picture just like I did with the French fries. And I'll draw 1, 2, 3 hamburgers. And I'll just call them H, H, and H. But let's give each hamburger a value. What is each hamburger worth, or what does it cost? Yes, each hamburger costs $2. So we'll go ahead and we'll put $2 in each of these. So we have 1 hamburger. How many times? 3 times. And what is the worth of just 1 hamburger? $2. 3 times. And then how shall I rewrite this? $2 3 times. Very good. And that, of course, is 6. Excellent. So I'll go ahead and put that 6 up here. And that's for the hamburgers. And we'll put an S so that we remember it's for all the hamburgers. So I'll let you try the next one. So he also bought how many cheeseburgers? Right. So we got 5 cheeseburgers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll even go ahead and put the cheese on them. Why not, right? Make it fun and colorful. You gotta make math fun. So I'll go ahead and label these just C. So we have 5 cheeseburgers. And what shall I put inside each of these cheeseburgers? Yes, $3 each. Okay, 3, 3, 3, 3, and 3. $3. So then what are all these cheeseburgers worth? What is their value? What did he spend on cheeseburgers? Well, we have 1 cheeseburger. How many times? 5 times. Which equals? What is the worth of just 1 cheeseburger? $3. Good job. 5 times and rewritten $3 5 times. Very good. Which is $15. Awesome. So we'll go ahead and put our $15 up here. Well, we have to label the $15. Yes, it goes for the cheeseburgers with an S, plural. So did he buy anything else? No, it doesn't look like it. So these are all the items that he spent money on. So what should we do with all these items to get a total of the amount of money that he spent? Yes, yes, we add. And that could be another keyword for adding over here, total. Not always, total doesn't always mean add, but a lot of times it does. So we'll go ahead and add them. We've got all zeros here. 5 and 6 is 11, plus 2 is 13. Carry the 10. 1 plus 1 is 2. So $23 is the amount of money that he spent. Yes. And the word spent is another keyword actually. And is it a keyword for addition or subtraction? And that's kind of a trick question because I did add everything up to get the amount he spent, but now this amount that he spent, does it get added or subtracted from the $30 he started with? Right, it gets subtracted because he spent it. So he spent $23. So we'll go ahead and put it in here. That is what he spent. So we will subtract that from the $30. We have zeros here. 0 minus 3 can't do. Go to the 30, borrow a 10, so that makes this a 20. And we give the 10 to this 0. 10 minus 3 is 7. And 2 minus 2 is 0. So $7 is our answer here. And what does this $7 represent? Yes, it's what he is left with. $7 left. Very good. Very good. Let's give you a star. How about that? Good job. We'll give you a blue star too. You'll get a happy face star and a blue star. So in summary, we were given a problem. Well, they told us that this man, Carl, bought all this food and he has $30, but they want to know how much money will he have left. So in summary, what we did was we took the amount of money that he started with, which was $30, and we subtracted this money that he spent. We subtracted that amount from the $30. Well, how did we get the amount that he spent? Well, we had to add up everything that he bought. Well, how did we get the totals for all of the items that he bought? Well, we had to use multiplication to figure out every total that we then added together. 2 plus 6 plus 15. We had to use multiplication. 1 French fry 2 times, which equated to, in value, $1 2 times, which is $2. And a hamburger was $2 each, but there were 3 of them. $2 3 times was $6. cheeseburgers were $3 each, but we had 5 of them. So we have $3 5 times, which is $15. Added those all up, this is what he spent. And spent is a subtraction operation. So we subtracted 23 from 30 and got that he has $7 left. Good job. Now what is he going to do with that $7? Well, maybe he's going to go to the chocolate factory and buy some chocolate. That would be good. Although in the movie, I don't think they had to pay for it. But I don't know. I don't think I ever even saw that movie. Silly me. I'm sure it was silly and cute at the same time. So there you go. Do you have any questions? All right then. Good job. Good job. Well, you have a wonderful week. Enjoy your week, and we'll see you next time.